Bit of breaking news out of the United States, which is the next presidential debate, which will be taking place Australian time next Friday, Thursday in the United States, will be held virtually. In the year of 2020, the town hall meeting will have the average citizens in one location, the moderator at another location, and Zoom style, I would imagine, but let's imagine slightly better than that. You will have both the President and Joe Biden in separate locations. All of this due to, of course, the coronavirus risk that apparently would be posed by Donald Trump, whom would presumably, if he was able to recover from coronavirus, be able to be out of quarantine within the period before the debate. But as you saw today, one of the ways that the Committee on Presidential Debates took coronavirus seriously was that even two people who don't have it had to sit 12 feet, a couple of metres, apart from each other, and plexiglass was put in place, despite the fact that, at the time of the debate, neither had the virus. But of course, after last week, when the President, either had it or was about to get it, social distancing was the place, but it wasn't as far away. So now the ultimate social distancing is you can do it from home. The question now is, will Joe Biden do it with a teleprompter and someone in his ear the whole time? Let's talk about that and a little bit more with Campbell Newman, the former Queensland Premier, Linda Scott, the Councillor of the City of Sydney. Campbell, you're reacting real time to this. How do you feel about the socially distanced, mutable, riggable debate?
Well, I guess they've got to sort of adopt the right sort of health precautions, Paul. But it just, the whole thing is just ascending to high farce, is it not? And I can't recall a presidential election in the US where there's been so little engagement between the candidates and so little in the way of scrutiny of policies and what the candidates are about. And I think that's really disappointing as a general statement.
Well, I mean, literally, the fact that today more people probably in Australia will read about a fly landing on someone's head while they're doing a debate, is going to tell you everything about how silly this stuff can become, right? Which is the media is so much about narrative rather than the detail of the occasion. But, I get it. Personality is always part of politics, but when it completely, totally, absolutely subsumes it, we are where we are when it comes to the way this election is going to play out. Linda Scott. Now, obviously, Joe Biden at one point in time said, look, this bloke's got the Rona, so I don't particularly want to be near him. So this is ultimately means they're now going to be separated. But I also think that a lot of people got a little bit too excited that there would be a repeat of the first debate performance the second time around, because the truth is it's a town hall. So it's all meant to be answering the questions of the people, of the candidate. It's not really the sort of shit fight that normally is there.
Look, yeah, I'm all for more debates, and I think it's good to have more opportunity for the candidates' policies to be examined. I agree absolutely with Campbell on this, and I agree with you also. I think it's very disappointing that the coverage is, who interrupted who, or who spoke over the top of who, or who had the fly on their head, rather than what they actually said. And also so much of the focus is on incredibly minor differences between vice presidential candidates and the presidential candidates, rather than, again, what they're promising for the future of the United States, which is very, very different and very, very significant. So I hope there's more coverage of the substantive differences in policy, in promises, in commitments, and more examination of that. Whether they do that from home with plexiglass or not, let's do it the safe way. What difference does it make? It's all about the ideas, or it should be.
Yeah, but you know what happens here, right? Where they're going to say, look, here's your 2 minutes allotted and your microphone gets cut at 2 minutes. God forbid a debate descends into a debate, Campbell, because there has to be moments where when somebody verbals you, like invariably, the professional politician does, you want to be able to respond. Conversely, if you want to be able to get a few good jabs in, you want to be able to push someone when you know that they are struggling a little bit. The only problem, that's my only problem with this format, is the ability to say, no, your turn, your turn. It's not tennis, it's a conversation.
Look, I agree, Paul, actually, and I think that if someone's on the ropes, the moderator shouldn't be sort of intervening to try and save them, throw them a lifeline.